Hello again, everybody. What is up? We are back with GDPodcast episode. I've lost count now. Honestly, 15. There's that many GDPodcast episodes. Wow, I can't count that high. But in this episode, as per usual, we're going to start off with what has everybody been playing. And on a quick note, third episode in a week potentially, 3 episodes in a row potentially on a weekly basis. Renewed GD.
I'm confused because let's just kind of set the picture here. We're recording this on Sunday. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
In the morning. Fuck no.
1 o'clock in the morning. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. As you can probably tell by the sun that's to the to the right of me, which is the left.
Oh yeah, people obviously looking at the position of the sun and clearly knowing. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
He's a fucking dumbass.
But I'm just saying, we're recording this quite early on in the day. We normally record kind of like evening time in the weekdays, but we're quite late this week. We were planning to record it in other days, but we didn't have enough time. So, but yeah, we're recording it on the Sunday. Now it's either going to go up later today if I speed edit this, or it's going to go up on the Monday. Now it's one of the two. I don't know which one it's going to be. I've already edited one of the videos that's going up today. So that's the Uncharted 4 video that I've done in the 12-part series, but this is hopefully also going to be edited and rendered by the end of today, but I don't know if it can be because it takes 3 hours to render these videos. So, anyway, let's get straight into it. Of course, that's just setting up what's happened and stuff, just in case you're wondering why it might come up on a Monday or whatever. So, yeah, shall I just go ahead with what I was saying, what I've been playing?
Go for it.
Okay, so for the first time in quite a long time, I've not really played that much PS4. I literally only played Firewatch, as many of you may have known if you've seen the video that I uploaded to do with like the review or whatever it was. And yeah, I enjoyed that. To be fair though, I'm not going to spoil anything in terms of what the ending is, but Callum, have you played it as well?
No, I'm planning on playing it.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, the ending, as people have said in the past, is quite disappointing. It's not great at all. In fact, it's really the game sets up like a really interesting story, and then in the last hour just throws it away and it makes it really bad. So I'd say it's probably like a 7 out of 10. I'd say not terrible. The kind of the frame rate and all that thing is really quite annoying on PS4. But I can live with it, as I said in the video, but just the story was kind of disappointing in the end, which was kind of annoying. So there was that I played. I still recommend getting it though, probably when it's cheaper, like Quan said in one of his videos the other week, where he said like, I'm going to wait until the summer sale or whatever, because obviously that makes sense because it is a little bit probably overpriced for how long are you playing it for. But yes, what I ended up doing was actually was looking on what was the Steam Lunar sale, which I think was going on over this past week, which is the first time in a while I've looked at any of the Steam sales. I kind of just spurred on just from like, I don't know, I didn't really have anything to play on the PS4, so I was like, okay, let's go look at what Steam's got. I ended up buying like 4 different games, which was quite insane, and like all of these games were like under like £5, so I managed to get 4 different games for like about £10 ish. So I got South Park: The Stick of Truth, started playing that. Really wanted to play that for ages.
It's a great game.
I'm really enjoying that. It's great, just hilarious as well. I also ended up getting both Portal games. I got like the Portal collection or whatever it was. That was £2 for those 2 games, and I never played Portal before, so that's definitely something I'm still playing through Portal 2. I've not touched on the first Portal because I know it's not. It's just pretty much it was like a set out for Portal 2. It didn't really have that much story to it. But yeah, I'm playing through Portal 2 at the moment. And I also bought Mirror's Edge as well, which was, just a game that I've played in the past, really enjoyed, and I'm liking playing it 60 frames per second, basically. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've played, really. Out of the games, I've probably played Firewatch the most, but South Park I'm about an hour and a half into as well, so I'm enjoying that. But yeah, Callum, go ahead.
This week I've pretty much done exactly the same as Oscar. I've not played much PS4 this week at all, because one of my brothers is playing on it a lot at the minute. He's played through Firewatch, and I think he's playing through Dishonored as well at the minute.
All right.
But yeah, I've gone back to the PS3 for a little bit. Today, just before recording this, actually, I was playing Colin McRae Dirt 2. Having a lot of fun playing that. I also went back and started playing Jak and Daxter again, just for a bit of nostalgia. And I also played a bit of MotorStorm as well, because those games are great, and it's I've lost my train of thought. It's a standard. It's a standard.
It is.
I didn't have enough sleep. I didn't have enough sleep last night. But yes,
mad parties. what have I been playing this week? I've been playing, for the most part, the PC release of Rise of the Tomb Raider, because I didn't want to play that before I went on my little school trip to Paris, so I played it once I got back, and I've since been really enjoying it, actually. I've put about 8 hours into the game in a week, which is unusual for me. I usually don't have enough time to put that much time into a game, but I've been really wanting to play this game as much as possible. I've been really enjoying it, love the gameplay. I like how they took what was good about the gameplay from the first 2013 Tomb Raider reboot and made some improvements onto it, and I'm really enjoying that part of it. Also, graphically, it's very impressive. I really enjoy the I guess you could call them cutscenes, although more just sort of set pieces, that sort of stuff. Set pieces, and then also the cutscenes that are just stunning, really good, really impressive, especially on the PC. Story's a bit weak here and there, which I was hoping was going to be improved upon. But because that was probably one of the weaker aspects of 2013 Tomb Raider also, but that's neither here nor there really. It's enough to keep me going, so I guess I can't really complain. But yeah, so I've been putting a lot of time into that game, really been enjoying that. Apart from that, not been playing a huge deal, been playing a little bit of FIFA Pro Clubs, also played a little bit of the Rocket League new update, which is really wacky and weird and
what's
great
been updated?
at the same time.
What's been updated?
It's really good. It's like I'm not quite sure how you can describe it really, but it's like all these like sort of what you would describe as a computerized map, and like they change the shape of the pitch, and it's like in this, I guess, Tron style. I'm not sure what you can actually call it. You sort of have to play it to know what I'm on about, but it's really fun. I played a little bit of that. That's really fun. Also good to see they're continuing with the support for Rocket League, as they have been from the release of that. And finally, been playing a little bit more of The Witness, although it's starting to grind on me now, like not being able to get past certain levels. I've now got unlocked, I think it's 4 of the lasers, and I'm not sure how many lasers there are actually. I imagine there's towards 10 or something. So I still need to keep grinding on that until I finally make a breakthrough. I've recently got one of the lasers, so I guess that's a small breakthrough. But yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of what I've been playing.
Cool. So one thing I did want to mention.
Go for it.
Just because it kind of just happened over the past weekend or so. Callum and me, both. Callum, you said that you were quite drunk last night, from what I understand.
Yeah, I might have been quite drunk last night. I might have got into a fight last night.
Oh, Callum! Dear me.
I don't know. I just woke up this morning. My hand's hurting. It's marked. So.
Wait, can you not remember? I may have gotten into a fight.
I might have. I don't know. That's all I can tell.
Because what I wanted to do was just like a little kind of inserted, like a little kind of like drunk stories from the past weekend kind of thing.
Well, yeah, there's mine.
Because both me and Callum have done that kind of thing over this past weekend. So Callum's basically I've beaten someone up.
I have another story, but you carry on.
Okay, well I'll explain what happened to me on Friday night. So on Friday night, I mean this was the reason. This was actually the main reason why the Uncharted 4 series video didn't go up, because I didn't have enough time to edit it, because I was going to a party on Friday night. So excuse for that kind of incompetence there, but
no one cares anyway.
But yeah, thanks, Colin.
It's true.
But I said "but" about 4 times now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went to a party which was actually in a nightclub which the head boy and the head girl at my school had hired out, and then we just pretty much had all the people from my school in my year anyway go to this nightclub and kind of like just drink and shit. So we did pre-drinking, so we went around my mate's house and we started drinking, and I was like basically taking shots. I took about 9 different shots, and like we were all pretty pissed at this point. And we all walked to the club, which is just in the town. Rather stupidly for me, I end up throwing a bottle and it smashes in a car park. So that was a dumb move, but
standard.
That's what happens when you're drunk, I suppose. So I did that. And then there was 2 people who were pretty fucked up in my group as we walked in there. Now, Annoyingly, there's one guy in my group who's pretty attractive, and he seems to be quite good with the girls. And
you gay for that?
And he gets. I'm not saying I would, but I'm just saying.
It sounds like you're saying you would, mate.
I think it does sound like that. Do you have a thing for this person?
He seems to know how to do it, and so he's within about 20 minutes he's got with someone and like trying to basically fuck him.
Legend. my type of dude.
Doesn't quite get that far. But then says that, and then so I'm dealing with all these people pretty much, and then one of my mates goes home, and I don't even see him in the club at that point because he's gone home by the time he's pretty much got into the club about 5 minutes in, and he's left. So I don't see him again.
Okay.
I then see my other mate who is quite a fucked up guy. He's he's not liked by girls because he's basically just. So he once said to a girl in the sixth form centre that we have, he just turned around and say, "I wanked off to you."
What the fuck, dude?
That's brilliant.
You keep that sort of shit private.
So that's him. And so yeah, that was funny. But anyway, but he's kind of like he tries to get the girls at parties, but none of them like him, even when he is drunk. So, so he pretty much.
That is depressing.
The bear goggles do
not
not
being
help.
able to pull when you're drunk. Oh
yeah.
my god.
And so he actually ended up drinking way too much, and he ended up throwing up outside. And I had to call his dad.
Standard.
I had to call his dad on. I had to unlock his phone, call his dad, say, "Can you come pick him up?" And so I had to carry him like on my shoulders. I was like carrying him out, and he was like throwing up everywhere. I was like, bloody hell, this is disgusting. At that point, I started to sober up because I was pretty fucked up. But I hadn't thrown up or anything. I'd taken the same amount as everyone else, and I was fine. Because I'm hardcore on that shit.
Come back to me when you're a real hardcore drinker.
He's had he's had like 2 pints, I reckon.
No, I was drinking about 9 shots. Like, I was like,
oh,
9 fucking shots,
look at me,
man.
I had 9 shots.
I think this is bullshit. Quan, you've probably never had any alcohol in your life, so you're
Yeah,
not
I'm a complete alcohol virgin. Yeah.
No, you're just both virgins, as I said.
Okay, Callum. Thanks for the reminder.
So anyway, carrying on with the story, pretty much I end up basically being on my own for most of the party, because my other mate who's trying to fuck the girl is fucking the girl.
He fucked her.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Don't change your story.
And then my other friend is with his girlfriend anyway, and then I'm just basically third wheeling for the whole thing.
Oh,
and I'm on my own.
Oh no!
And I'm just like, that's just bull. And then I just end up standing around for most of the party. I'm literally like walking around, like just in and out of people who are like dancing and shit. And then it's just me like sitting there like, well, okay, fuck this. I'm just gonna.
Did you not have a little bit of a dance by yourself?
No, not by myself. I was talking to a few people, and I was like,
go onto the dance floor and like.
Well, the whole place is dance floor, Quan. That's the whole point.
Yeah. Go show your moves off, you little gaylord.
Jiggle.
But yes, that was pretty much my story of the Friday night. I want to hear what Callum had. The rest of it, just
right. So last night, yeah, I was at a party. Like Oscar, I was kind of more separate from everyone else last night because I got asked to do music. And in all fairness, there was hardly any rap in there. Okay.
Hardly any NWA.
There was no NWA in there. There was no NWA in there. Nothing like that. I did drop some Dr. Dre tracks, but everyone likes Dr. Dre. Come on.
Okay, Callum.
But anyway, so one of my mates is trying. He was talking to this girl for like a week or something, and then as he gets to the party, I said to him, literally, I looked at him, she walked in, I said, mate, like with her group of friends, I said, mate, which one of them are you fucking? And he said, that one there with the banging ass. So I said, yeah, she's alright, she's not bad. And then they're all dancing or whatever, and he's like getting off with her. And me being the dickhead that I am, I stopped the music for 2 seconds and said,
oh no.
Amelia, do you know that this kid has like loads of STDs, right? And then just turned the music back on. I think I did that a couple more times, and after that,
brilliant.
After that, he took her upstairs, right? She went willingly, which is surprising. But
even though you told her that he had about 5 different STDs at this point.
he didn't really have the STDs.
I know he didn't.
Like,
I know. I'm just saying.
But yeah, she must have been pretty fucked. I mean, he was as well. But yeah, it carried on. They went upstairs, and I thought, you know what? I want to ruin this some more.
Oh my god, Carl, you're the biggest knob.
Yeah.
You genuinely sound, you're literally identical, to me anyway, from what you're describing here, as the guy who doesn't, like, as the guy who was throwing up and I had to call his dad and he's a knob who said, like, I wanked off to you. And,
oh no, I don't say stuff like that, but I walked upstairs and then I walked into the bedroom where they were and I said, oh, am I interrupting something? And it was just like, and then the girl looked at me and she gave me the dirtiest look ever.
Oh my god!
I imagine
fucking
so.
Brilliant. No, seriously. And then it carries on from there. I went back downstairs, and music was still playing. And then all of a sudden, I heard a bottle smash, and one of my mates gets quite rowdy when he drinks. And do you guys know what a dirty Vimto is?
No.
It's basically
No. It's like any other dirty pint.
Kind of. It's a pint of port and WKD.
Right.
I mean, I think I walked into the house and like no one would drink it, so I walked in, grabbed the pint and downed it, and then walked off. But then one of my mates
Because I'm
hard. I then walked off, and then I heard the bottle smash, and because one of my mates did the dirty pint, and then he thought that the kid who poured it had put like some drugs in it, because the kid who was pouring them like had some drugs because he's a dickhead. And then he got really rowdy, and it took 4 of us to stop him from beating this kid to a fucking pulp. And then we took him into the kitchen, and then he picked up a fucking frying pan and started.
Oh my god!
And legit, he started swinging it at all of us, trying to get us away, and we were just trying to calm him down. We were all getting right in his face, telling him to shut up and calm the fuck down. And I think I got into a fight from that, like with the kid who might have done it. But I don't know if that happened or not. I mean, I could have like hit a wall for all I know. But yeah, I had an entertaining night last night. So.
No, but you've jogged my memory quickly.
Oh, here we go.
Quan,
have you got any drunk stories from this last week?
Not from this last week.
No.
Maybe from like previous experiences, but not from this last week. Because there's one thing I wanted
to mention, because you said that you walked into to the girl and the guy kind of half fucking. Well, funnily enough, that happened to the same guy who I talked about earlier, who is quite good with the ladies. So he'd basically been with this girl all night. He'd actually been talking to her before the party and all that stuff. But at the party, like they're literally in the middle of like the living room and everything, and they're just like getting off. Like that's all they're doing. They're just fucking just going for it. And like he's got like a boner the whole night. Like there's not even, it's like that's literally, and he just admits to it every single time.
Really?
But
that's weird.
I know, it's weird. But so what happens is those two. I didn't realise they'd gone upstairs. I just know I know they disappeared, and this is towards the end of the party as well. And we'd put all of our like bags, which we'd like taken to the house, with the alcohol in a bedroom upstairs. And so being me, I end up walking up the stairs, going to get my bag, so I'm ready to leave the party, of course. And I walk in, and there's just Oscar lying. Well, that's his name actually. I just forgot. I said his name, but his name's actually the same as mine. But he's there. He's there.
Mind blown.
Lying down on his back on his bed, and there's this girl just like riding him basically, and I'm just walking in like. And then he just like turns around. I turn the light on, I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh, sorry. And I just went in. I walked in anyway and got my bag.
Oh.
And I'm just like,
you walked in anyway. You proceeded to get your bag.
Walked in, got my bag, and I was like, sorry, I'll leave you guys to it. And turned the light on and walked back out. And I was like, that was weird. And I think that ended them a bit premature, to be honest, because I think they came down like about 2 minutes later. Mainly because I went down, told the girl's friend that they're upstairs doing that.
Oh wow!
So that was an interesting one.
Oscar, how much did you drink on that Friday?
Quite a lot.
How much is quite a lot?
I said like 9 shots, three Copperbergs, a Budweiser, and I think some kind of Carling, or it was like some kind of beer or something.
It's not quite Carling, is it?
I had half a bottle of martini, 10 cans of Thatcher's, 4 Jaeger bombs, and a dirty pint.
I had
I fucked it.
2 whole glasses of water.
Corin, do you not have any funny stories? This is basically turning into the topic.
Just like not in last week, just any time, or
just any time really. It's just a funny thing.
There was one time where we went to this party. One of my friends was just completely out of it. He'd gotten past the stage. No, he'd gotten past the stage where he was like funny drunk. He was practically like just wanted to pass out, that sort of phase. So he goes to sit down on a chair, as opposed to sitting down somewhere else. No, he went to go and sit down, and he was just laying there like half out of it. And then this other random guy who also goes to our school, he's a bit of a nutter, like he's one of those people that shaves their heads like purposefully, one of those. He goes over to him, whips his knob out, and just starts rubbing his knob against his face.
Oh my god!
And it's
what
just
the fuck?
The weirdest thing. Yeah, I know. It's just like the weirdest thing I've seen. But it was at the same time, it was hilarious because he had no idea what was going on. He was just rubbing his knob and
that's
balls
just
all
weird.
over
That's
his
such a weird
face.
thought to do.
Oh my
Who comes out with
Just
that?
like,
Who
I know. I
thinks
told
of
you
that?
this guy's a nutter. Like he does this sort of thing, like just weird things all the time. It's
does
oh
that,
my
man?
god. So that was one.
Right, can we move on?
Yeah, I mean that sort of sets the standard for my stories, doesn't it? You guys think you're hard. I mean, look who I hang out with. No. Now that we've spoken for quite a while on drunk stories, is there any point doing a debate? I mean, I have one, and it could be a good one, or I could just save it for next week if you want me. We've been speaking for quite a while about this.
I mean, we could literally just pose the debate as the drunk one, because it is in a way kind of like a debate saying who has the best drunk stories, that kind of thing. I think
I do.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's
I'm not
going
going to go out and act as if I'm like a mad party goer, but I have a few good stories.
I am.
Yeah, I mean, we've done in the past. We've done like awkward school stories. We've done drunk school
stories. Yeah, I've been there. I've been there.
Stories. Okay, Callum. Let's hear them. I want to hear this drunk school story because this is interesting. It's mixing the two things together. I've not been drunk at school ever, but I might do by the end of this year when I can actually buy alcohol from like a pub and then go back into school or something. So,
God. It wasn't pretty. I was not in a good place, like at all. It was what was it? It's Leavers Day, year 11, I think.
Bloody hell! So you were 16?
Yeah.
Wait, you got drunk on Leavers Day in year 11?
Yeah.
Only in Somerset. Only
What do you
in
mean only in Somerset? It's a Leavers Day. You just get. Yeah, you get
I can just
trolleyed.
imagine that being a Somerset thing.
You get trolleyed. Yeah, and then like we were drinking before, like on the bus on the way to school.
What the fuck?
Hang on, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. And then
ridiculous.
it like got to lunchtime, and I think we were allowed to go home at this point. But we all.
I love how he's so unsure, like uncertain, because he like can't remember it.
Dude, that was like what's that? That's 4 years ago for me now. It's a long time.
Damn. To be fair, yeah.
Yeah. And I think we went and got more booze after that. And like, yeah, I was just like sat in these like assembly things. Just there were quite a few of us. We were just sat there like kind of monged out, like kind of gorming at it and trying our best to not look drunk. And then yeah, we just went and got more alcohol and then got absolutely trolleyed.
Sounds fun.
Well, there we go, Carl. That's typical.
Standard
Somerset,
me.
isn't it?
Standard me. Right.
My God.
Right. So
Instead of hang on,
with
I've had a thought a minute. I've had a thought, right? Instead of doing this debate or whatever, we could just pick a few viewer topics instead of just the one to talk about.
What? No, I was about to say that was effectively the debate
That
for
was
this
the
week.
debate.
Oh,
Now
okay.
we're going
Sorry,
to move on to
sorry,
some
yeah.
viewer topics. Yeah, go on, Oscar.
My bad.
I mean, I'm again prepared as ever. I'm literally scrolling down right now looking for them. There's quite a few. I always like the ones which are quite kind of random. They're always quite fun to watch.
To watch.
No, read out. Let me just read out a few little comments that people did say. Francisco Gomez says, Callum is always bullied in these podcasts.
Yes, I am.
Not so far in this one.
I don't think you've been bullied at all in this one, Callum, so maybe there's a change there. People were like slightly confused that I didn't know what Broforce was. I still don't really. Apparently there was some kind of beta for it back in 2015.
Casual.
And yeah, there we go. But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm sure we'll probably see more of it.
It was interesting to see the comments about PS Plus, like the two different sides. I mean, I'd say it's for the most part quite equal, but
yeah, it's quite split.
If anything, though, I mean, I think it was probably more leaning towards what your argument was, Oscar. I would have thought. I mean, just
I would have said the other way. I would have said it was more agreed with you and me, Oliver.
Yeah, I mean, but to be fair, I mean, it was good to see there was a somewhat equal split at least, but. Yeah, that was a rather good debate. So hopefully this debate I have now for next week, possibly, will be a good one.
Yeah. And then one final little comment that I've got. Fisan Fissy, of course, always gets the top comment. It's just like a literally recurring thing. I've got an idea for a drinking game. For every time Oscar's camera runs out, Callum talks about porn, Quan talks about The Witcher, we take a shot.
Oh, yeah.
They would get drunk. Oh.
They get drunk quick.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, as I said though, I replied. So I was like, sounds like I can possibly take one shot.
No, but he means the viewers.
Oh.
He means the viewers. Like when they're watching, they take a shot every time one of those things happens.
Not a bad shout.
I'm literally just going to mention porn at every 30 seconds.
Yeah. Navlock replied, and every time Robin isn't there, so that's going to be quite a long time.
That's every time. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was quite close to being in this one. Actually, he was awake, and he wasn't seem to be. Doing
he said he was in bed,
but he's still in bed. Like literally, it's 2:30 there where he is.
I'm sorry. To be fair, I'm not going to get too angry at him because at least we can expect that from him. Oscar made me and Callum wait an hour until he turned up and hasn't even provided a reason why he's.
Oh no, he provided a reason. He provided a reason. Just let him explain afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Whatever. Yeah, that's fine. I won't say it now. It's just it was a perfectly normal reason. I
have a good viewer topic here from Moosey Boy.
You go for it.
Wait, Moosey Bois, is it?
Moosey Bois. It's like the way I spelled my PSN.
That mate, he was back in the days of Uncharted 3. I remember him.
Actually,
he's long term. Mate, that's pretty cool seeing people come back from Uncharted 3. I imagine we'll see more from as we come to closer to Uncharted 4, but
yeah, of course.
It's great to see people like that again.
I've just seen what the viewer topic is, and I know why Cal's picked this one.
He is asking us, so basically he loved my reaction from when Ghost was going on about drinking within his own home and how it would be disrespectful when you can tell that I had the complete opposite. His viewer topic is, what are your go-to pre-drinks for occasions? So if you're just having a quiet one with the boys,
continuing
or if you're
with the
drinking
alcohol theme for this podcast.
Literally just like, let's just talk about alcohol.
Let's just talk about getting bollocks.
Yeah.
Right.
When 2 of the 3 people involved are underage. Like, what the hell?
Who cares? Right.
Only by like 2 months, but still.
Oscar, what is your go-to pre-drink?
Well, I don't know what I'm doing it. Okay, well, I mean, I always, and there's 2 things I either get. Now, I don't know if they're actually, well, there may be 3 things actually, but there's, some of them aren't available in the world, so people might not have heard of these brands and stuff, but one of them is Budweiser, and that's a worldwide brand, so that's one that I do sometimes have. But Budweiser's a bit of a disgusting beer, really. It's not very nice. You just drink, it's like kind of shitty beer that you drink to get more drunk, I think.
Yeah.
So there's that. So I sometimes have that just to get completely smashed. It sounds like the alcohol's still not come out of me. I'm still slurring my words.
I am. I've been shaking this entire half an hour. I think I need a drink.
I was shaking yesterday. Like when I had to go to a fucking I had to go to a party which was like my aunt's 60th birthday party. This is so weird. It's like turning into a conversation. This is. But what happened was I was trying to drink coffee because obviously like it kind of calms you down in a way. And so I was drinking coffee and like. Trying to hold the cup in my hand. I was just like this. I was like shaking the whole time. It was so weird, and like people was like laughing at me because they knew I'd already been drinking. Because I said before that I had a bit of a hangover.
I'm shaking like fuck. Like I can't.
It's so weird.
I need a kind of like Thatchers or something.
But yeah, in terms of the answer to the question, it would be like probably Budweiser, if not that. Kopparberg, which is like a cider mixed with kind of like fruity. Well, cider with fruit.
Not bad.
But it's very nice. I have that in the mixed fruit version. But if not that, I have the Bulmers like red berry something or other. It's
red berry and lime. That is.
Yeah, it's something like that anyway. But that's quite nice as well. So out of those, I'd probably go for the middle one, the Kopparberg, because Kopparberg is insane. So yeah, that's probably what I'd go for. But Budweiser to get absolutely smashed probably.
Quan?
I guess it depends on the occasion, to be honest.
Agreed.
How far you're pitching it, but generally speaking, my go-to...
No. There's no how far you're pitching it. You either go hard or you go home.
Oh yeah, balls deep and no balls at all. But I think generally speaking, what I usually pop for, and I may get a bit of abuse for this, I do from my friends anyway, is Strongbow dark fruit.
No, I'll give you that.
Oh, that's alright. That's alright.
It's so nice.
I thought you were gonna say like WKD. I was like,
nah, it's one of the few alcoholic drinks that I actually drink because I like the taste of it. The others I just drink to get drunk. But so that's one of them. I think Carling Zest is it the one that's like
no, it's
I like that. I mean, to be fair, I've only drinking it like the time where I was absolutely hammered, and I drank it and then immediately threw up after it. But for the time that I did drink it, it was really nice.
It was nice, yeah.
But like, I was like, come on, anything was going to be nice at that point. I was just drinking anything that was around. So yeah, I mean, those two are like the ones I guess I like drinking. I mean, to an extent, what was it? It was this. It was like a cinnamon whiskey that was at the last party I went to, and that was proper nice. Although like
Whiskey's
easy
horrible.
to get drunk on.
Whiskey's
but
beautiful.
that was cinnamon whiskey, so it didn't really taste of whiskey. It tasted more like just like a nice cinnamon, and it was like quite spicy too. It was really nice that.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are quite nice ones. Otherwise, just drink whatever really. I mean, I went to QPR match a few weeks ago, and drank I drank Carling there, and I wasn't a big fan.
No, Carling's not very nice. I don't like Carling.
It's disgusting.
No,
It's literally like someone's just pissed in a can.
I wasn't a big fan of that, but I wanted to experience the full QPR atmosphere.
The QPR experience.
Yeah.
Drink a can of Carling and go watch a shit team play football.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like when they can't beat Fulham.
Seriously, you don't want to talk to me after that. Yesterday, my family practically disowned me because I was so moody after it. Yesterday was a bad day. Yeah. It was a bad day.
Although to be fair, Forest lost 2-0 at home to Huddersfield, which is pretty.
Mate, that doesn't even matter. When we've played 3 West London derbies so far this season, scored none and conceded 10. For some reason, we play like the worst football we play all year when it comes to derbies. And to think that I was actually considering going to the QPR Fulham match yesterday, I'm so glad I didn't. But yeah, sorry, going off topic. Moving on, Callum. Now, before he's just going to give a massive list of all these different alcoholic beverages. Just like on Wednesday, I like to have this. On Friday, I'm more of this.
You can guarantee that at least like probably 99% of them are going to be cider.
You know me quite well.
You did some Somerset. What do you expect? That's what you.
Yeah. So last night, I mean, I had. I'm gonna get hate for this. I had Strongbow.
It's not so bad.
It's not awful, but it's very bitter.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, hello. Bye.
That's how they all greet each other in Somerset. Oh, hello.
Get lost.
Can I have a go now?
In a minute. Sake. I'm terribly sorry for the interruption. Anyway, yeah. So last night I had Strongbow, which is what I was just practically drinking. I think I had a lot of that. Besides that, I will normally go the spirit route, which is not my greatest idea ever. Normally, like, I will drink Jaeger bombs, so Jaeger, Meister, and Red Bull.
Yeah,
that's
they're alright.
Alright, mate, they're beautiful. They're not. I'm not their biggest fan in the morning.
Easy to get drunk on, but
very. I mean, I quite like whiskey. But it is quite expensive. I mean, I would drink Jack Daniels, like honey Jack Daniels. I can drink for days, because it's quite sweet. But yeah, it's easy to drink. Thatcher's is probably my main go-to. It just is. It always has to be. And I mean, shut the fuck up. I mean, I would drink lager if I have to.
Lager.
If there's fuck off, man. If there's nothing else, available, I would drink lager. Like Budweiser or like Budweiser, I can only drink if it's freezing cold, because otherwise
it has to be out of a bottle as well. It can't be out of a can.
Can't be out of a can. That's grim.
Can is horrible.
Bottles are the way to go when it comes to that. I mean, I can drink Corona. Easy.
That's shit.
Why does it make such a big difference between bottles and cans? I don't understand.
There's a higher percentage in the bottle.
That and it just tastes better. Like there's something about cans. Drinking out of a can,
can't like. I honestly have no preference to either.
I have a preference to a bottle if I can get hold of them. But I can't get hold of bottled
It's because
cider.
you're not shoving up. Yeah. Okay. Shall we move on?
Yes, we shall. What's the
Movies
next?
and
What's the
TV
next?
shows.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
That's
the one.
That's the one.
Yeah, we've done 15 of these podcasts and I still don't know what the last segment is.
Yep.
Right, Oscar? Just go ahead.
Not much, but Better Call Saul. I've been finishing that off pretty much first season. The next one starts next week, which is awesome. So.
Yeah, on the 16th, is it?
It's the 15th.
15th.
Well, is it the same
comes
date here?
Comes
is
out
16th here.
Oh, it's
I know
tonight. Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow morning. It comes out on the 16th on Netflix in the UK. I know that.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
what
God,
I've
that's
seen.
well annoying.
Yeah.
Oh,
Too
well,
right.
that's not too bad,
Not
because
that
it's just the next day, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like it airs like late night UK anyway. So
Yeah. No, it airs like 5 o'clock in the morning in the UK.
yeah. So it's like it literally is like So that's fine.
Quan?
Cool. Oh, is that it? Okay. Later on today, I'm going to go and see Zoolander 2, which it should be some great banter. I really enjoyed Zoolander 1.
It was brilliant.
We're actually watching that over Deadpool, which I found annoying because I actually want to see that more, but I don't know.
I actually weirdly want to see Deadpool as well.
What do you mean weirdly want to see Deadpool? That film's going to be boss.
Because it seems hilarious.
It seems like what Deadpool should be. So
yeah,
I'm saying that I'm not the biggest Marvel like fan like Callum, but at the same time, I am looking forward to seeing that if I get the chance. But yeah, going to see Zoolander 2 later on. Apart from that, been watching The Office, which is the did I mention it last week?
Yeah, you're watching the UK version.
UK, yeah.
Right, good.
Did I mention it last week?
I think so.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
Actually, no, I probably didn't. But yeah, watching that, absolutely hilarious. Really do find it funny.
It is funny.
I will not have her tunnel being tossed around this office willy-nilly. That's my favourite line so far.
Alrighty then.
No, it's so good. And what else have I been watching? Can't think of any other films I've been watching. I mean, last night, Django Unchained came on, and I watched the first 20 minutes of that, but then decided it wasn't worth staying up until 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning to
it is.
finish that off.
So
I know. I say that as if I judged its quality or anything. I just felt tired and wanted to go to sleep. I would watch it if I could, but yeah. Apart from that, really can't think of any other TV shows in particular. So we'll move on to Calcum.
So what was it? What's it today? Sunday. Yesterday I watched the first Hobbit after Robin pressuring me and having to go at me for ages for not having seen any of them. So yeah, I watched that yesterday. It's alright, it's not bad. I'm watching the second one later on today. On Friday night, I think I watched a TV show about songs that were banned in the UK. That was on BBC One, I think. What the fuck is that noise?
It's Oscar playing with his microphone. Just carry on.
Oh, is it that noise?
Yeah, that one. It's really fucking annoying.
Sorry.
I watched this show about songs that were banned in the UK, and it's really interesting to see what the BBC would and wouldn't play. So there are songs by people like Frankie Goes to Hollywood that were banned on there. So like Relax. 'Cause it's about like homosexuality and masturbation. So they didn't want songs like that being broadcast.
Two of Quan's favourite things.
That too.
Yep,
So they didn't. So they didn't want songs like that being broadcast. Obviously, I mean that was really interesting to watch. I really quite enjoyed watching that show actually. I would need to go and see Zoolander 2 and Deadpool because I haven't seen them yet, and I don't know why I haven't seen Deadpool yet because I am, as Quan said, a big Marvel fan. Besides that, I do not think I've watched a lot else.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Well, that brings an end to the podcast.
Well, we are on about 39 minutes, so we've done quite well to fit all that in.
It's got to get under 10 minutes!
Got to get under 10 minutes, yeah, that's right. So, yes, let us know some viewer topics, of course. Let us know if you've got any drunk stories as well, because that's always a fun one, to read what other people's drunk stories are.
Definitely.
So, yeah, let us know those two things in the comments, of course. Thank you a lot for watching, and...
Bye!
Bye!
Bye!